Hi everyone, it's Kim. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. So today I am bringing you my weekly update. I guess you've already known that because I've got it in the title, but anyway, weekly update. So I thought I would bring you my weekly update. I will give you the meeting recap, and then I will fill you in on how I did on the scale this week. So that's kind of my plan. So the meeting topic was kind of like dining out, and it was, how often do you dine out? I mean, our coach had said that you have 3 meals a day times 7 days a week, which is 21 meals per week. And on average, how many days do you really go out to eat? And I started thinking about that, and you know, here in our household, I've been trying to cut down on that, and especially since I rejoined WW, I think that I've really lessened the amount of times we've gone out to eat. If it's a special occasion, or I have a friend call, or it's a friend's birthday, I mean, that's one thing, but just randomly eating out because I'm just taking a shortcut and I'm too lazy to cook, I've been trying to really get a handle on that, because I was kind of falling into that trap. You know, there's only 2 of us here, and sometimes by the time you cook a full meal and you clean up the dishes, I mean, you've lost 2-3 hours. And I know it's not that bad, but in my head, it's that bad. It's like 3 hours of my day is gone. And I do some prep on the weekends, but most of my prep is for breakfast and lunch. And I think that I really need to reincorporate dinner planning into my menus, because of the fact that when I have a list on my fridge. I've got a wipe off board, and I've got a list on my fridge of dinner ideas. And those dinner ideas include all the dinners that I have all the ingredients to make. So that helps like jar my memory. What am I gonna cook? But as far as looking at that menu the day before and going, I should take that roast out of the freezer, I've been totally slacking in that area. So this past week, I did have a couple of celebrations, and I met a friend for dinner, and I took, you know, a girlfriend out for lunch. And we started adding all that up, and then I did take a shortcut one night because I just didn't want to cook. And so, I mean, 4 times in this past, you know, week. And my weeks, I'm kind of thinking, you know, like my Weight Watcher weeks. And that's kind of a lot for me in my new way of thinking in the past month of being back on WW. So I want to rein that in. I don't mind once or twice. I mean, once or twice, you know, that's fine. But having my breakfast, you know, my breakfast prepped and my lunches prepped, that only gives me 7 days. I mean, 7 days of variation. So that means I went out to eat 3 times for dinner and 1 time for lunch. And again, need to rein that in. So that's kind of where I'm going. So we also talked about your dining out challenges. Like, what are some of those challenges that you kind of get into when you are going out to eat? And sometimes you get somewhere and the menu is just not WW friendly, and you really have to work hard to, you know, to kind of get a somewhat not so heavily pointed meal, if that makes sense. And I think my coach or someone in our workshop on Wednesday had mentioned that they wanted dry broccoli, meaning that they didn't, you know, it's just wanted plain steamed broccoli, didn't want any butter on it or anything. And they were really confused because that's how they made their broccoli. They steam it in butter, which is probably why it tastes so darn good when you get it. But again, you know, in my head, and here's kind of how I'm thinking, yes, it was steamed in butter. However, that side of fries that I could have gotten, that broccoli still has to be the better choice, even with the butter. So, you know, when I frequently go to a place called Bubba's 33, and if you have one, go there. And they have this dish called California chicken, and I always get that because I love the chili lime sauce, and I am going to figure out how to duplicate that recipe. So they have a California chicken there, and they, you know, you can get 2 sides. I always get double broccoli because the broccoli in that chili lime sauce is amazing, like amazing. And every time I think, well, I'm gonna splurge and I'm gonna get a different side, I'm always disappointed because I didn't have enough broccoli. So it's always my go-to when I go there. And if you ever go there and you try that, let me know because it is delicious. We also talked about dining out strategies, not just the challenges, but strategies. So some of the strategies that I use is I always look at the menu before I go somewhere if I have the opportunity. Even if I have to look at it online on the way to the restaurant, at least I have some idea of how I am going to, to order or what I'm going to order. I attended a workshop, an online workshop, and somebody had said that, that's kind of stuck out at me. One of the strategies they use is they order first, because if they order first, then they're not tempted to follow suit and order something that somebody else is getting, that's a really good one, because sometimes somebody says, you're like, ooh, that sounds way better than what I was going to order. So just kind of a couple of things. And one of the things that they closed the meeting out with is they said to eat with joy. Enjoy the things that you're eating. Choose the things that are going to bring you happiness. If you're going somewhere and you're going out and you're choosing something that is just it's not what you wanted, and it just don't eat things that you don't like or you don't want. Sometimes just use your weekly points. That's what they're there for. Save up your weekly points and enjoy something you've really been looking forward to. Eat half of it instead of the whole meal. I mean, there's so many different ways that you can approach that and be able to enjoy what you're having and not leave the restaurant miserable. And I mean, I know I can't be the only one that's ever done that. So that was the meeting recap. My week, I just want to kind of fill you in on my week. I was pretty successful this week on my week as far as eating's concerned. I made those chicken teriyaki Hawaiian bowls. And if you didn't see that video, it was the one that I posted. It was my last meal prep that I posted. But I'm telling you right now, those were amazing. Amazing. And I will be making those again. I enjoyed them so much that the day that I went out to dinner or went out to lunch with my friend, I actually had one of those for dinner because I was looking forward to having it. So super good. So make sure that if you, like I said, eat with joy, find something that you like. So my weigh-in results this week, ready? Down another 1.2. So I am super stoked about that. I don't know. I'm kind of, I lost 3, then I lost another 1.5 pounds, then I lost 1.2. So it's somewhere in there, that range. When I hit my 10 pounds, I'll let you know. Hopefully it'll be next week. Hopefully. If not the week after, whenever it hits, I'll let you know. So I'll be excited whenever that happens, because again, slow and steady wins the race. And with me, slow and steady will get me there and help teach me some really good habits along the way. So that was my week. I am going to have an upcoming cook with me coming your way here in the next week. I also purchased some skinny syrups, and I did an unboxing for that, so I'll post that probably in another day or two. And that's not sponsored. I just bought some because they were having a sale and they had some flavors that I couldn't find in my local stores here. So I was pretty excited to get that. And then of course they suck you in and they're like, hey, if you order this amount, you can get free shipping. And I'm like, well, I can pay for shipping, or I can spend an extra $3 and get more product and not pay for the shipping. You know, it's always a game. So anyway, I got a large skinny syrup haul coming your way, and I put that in my coffee, but I did get some extra bonuses, so stay tuned for that. And I'm still working on that cranberry bars recipe, so I'll just throw that up in between as soon as I get that refilmed. So lots of good stuff coming your way. And the one thing that I did want to leave you with today is I want you to start thinking about some strategies. Thanksgiving's coming up, and I want to remind you, Thanksgiving is one day. I mean, maybe it's 2 days because you have leftovers, but Thanksgiving is one day. So it's not a week. It's not like a week full of festivities. It's not, oh, you know, in my mind, I am not going to have a bad weigh-in because Thanksgiving was Thursday. And I'm going to really work hard to make some good choices. I'm also going to enjoy a couple of things as well, because if you're like me, you only make certain things on certain holidays. So start thinking about your Thanksgiving strategies, and when I start getting that together in my head, which I'm pretty sure we'll probably have that in an upcoming workshop, so I'll be talking about that. If not during one of the workshop recaps, I will definitely be bringing you my thoughts on how my strategy will be for Thanksgiving. So with that said, not sure how far, how long I've been chit-chatting with you, but don't forget, give me a thumbs up, leave me some comments below, subscribe to my channel, and share my channel if you think that I would be inspiring to your friends or others in your workshops. So with that said, signing off from here today. Hope that you have a great week, and I will see you next video.